Father, thank you very much for this day. Thank you very much for the people of this county. We ask that you give us your blessings and your love and forgiveness. Go with us and guide us. Help us to be your
Mr. Harmon said if he wasn't here by 6 to start with the outing day. A little lopsided. Oh, yeah.
Tell you what, the boat killed it that way.
Yeah, that's on first thing you see is the county sheriff. We voted on this the last meeting. I think we'll let Tina say something for us.
I've done a memorandum. If the court wishes to lease it to an individual business or entity, it's my understanding that we need to bid it out first and to administer the property. I've done a resolution, a memorandum, just for the court to know. It can be sold at public auction or by sealed bids. It's just because the fiscal court cannot show preference once it's something else, but in case someone else is interested. Also, as we were talking about last time, Christian Appalachian Project has a reservation that is supposed to be for recreational purposes. You need to probably get a limited release for the section of the property that you're anticipating using it, even for a limited time. I just want to make the board aware.
All right.
You're not going to vote on it?
I thought
We
we
asked
already,
that you vote on this again.
I thought we already voted on it.
You voted, and then we asked, give you this memorandum, we asked you to vote.
Did I hear a motion?
So now, what were we making a motion to advertise it to lease?
Yes,
You said it was sale, probably not.
or those.
That's a lease is a condition sale in the eyes of the law. Anything that could be considered anything less than that.
And you can put any restrictions or anything in the lease clause.
In the bid package.
Yes. It's up to you.
Hearing no motion, we'll move on. Open bid package for maintenance. County bid from Alvon, Mead and Son Construction for janitorial services. Alvon, Mead and Son, Bobcat Boulevard, Stanville, Kentucky. Contact person Brian Mead and Tabitha Johnson. Just got something to tell a little bit about their business. A Kentucky Power as a reference. Jack Wayne Cheney is a contact person. The project necessary to perform all described services to be 30 hours per week. Our annual price would be $46,800. They have a certificate of insurance here on file. That's $46,800.
So for 3 years or what?
30 hours a week.
I don't remember what the contract time
I
was.
think it said 3 years.
Oh, did it? The
Is that
next
not
one,
correct? What we did about Christie Brown here, maybe she could have just
the next one, professional cleaning services, Inez, Kentucky. Bid submittal issued Martin County Fiscal Court. Sheila Maynard, DBA, professional clean. She's got listed, I guess, everything that pertains to the contract. I mean, the paper she picked up. She has a certificate of insurance. And she has reference letters here. She has several reference letters. I think I missed the price. $3,500 per month. Let's see what that comes out to. Comes out to 42,000. I'd like to have a motion to accept the low bid. Once I get with Linda is here. Linda, we get together and I think it's going to be much cheaper than what we can hire, probably 1.5 people to do it. But I'd like to have a motion continue to be cheaper than hiring people. Motion. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Stray Hearts, are they here?
Yes, good.
Step up to the front, please. Hey, yeah.
We have we did receive our 501c.
Cool.
We have our articles of incorporation, and we also have federal ID number for the audit completely ticket. I have a contract that we have an attorney draw up for us. We should go over that. I couldn't find my way in. And someone had said from the last meeting, I wasn't here, but we were told that we needed to let you guys know about our finances. So I have lots and lots of financial stuff here. Now this in itself is just the amount that we have paid out in vet bills since we began in January of 2015. We have worked with 6 separate vet clinics, and within that time we have raised and paid out in vet bills $26,533.90. And that is from donations, that is from the community to help with the bedding and anything else that we might need. We also have records of any money spent on dog food, gas, kitty litter, transportation of any kind to get these dogs to a safer place. We received today 2 $100 checks that will go in with that. We received multiple ones weekly because we do have a community behind us. And we just hope that you would consider allowing us to take care of these animals the
I'd
Uh,
way
like to
we
say
have done.
something just for the record.
Yes, sir.
I talked to my people and they say you aren't on the record.
As you know, I think we're all in agreement with you, but it's kind of hard to ask the court, the county attorney not looked over this.
Oh, absolutely. We expect that you need to
And
look
we'll
over
be
that.
having a meeting,
Sure.
if not next week, it'll be the following week,
Okay.
most likely it'll be next week.
Okay.
And if they have time to look over it,
I'm not sure when your fiscal year begins and ends, and I may have it
July
wrong on there. Oh, okay, I think you have it right in.
yeah,
Okay.
it do. July 1st, the only thing that I can see that could be an issue with this is the $15, plus the $15, we're at $400 plus $15. That could run into an issue. And
Okay,
it
that-
says for every animal ACO
The animal care officer,
brings in,
the animal control officer, that would be covered for any animal that he would bring in,
Okay.
$15. So that doesn't include
and
anything that we bring to the
do you have
ourselves.
a contact contact number that we can contact you with questions about this?
606-626-5537.
Which one?
5537?
Okay, that's
What
all.
was that, 5537?
5537, she said 626.
Don't call 5530, because that's Don's number. I call him all the time, and I'm thinking Mary's.
But I just want to bring in those figures simply because I wanted to acknowledge that our general public here has been a tremendous help, and I
So
will
you
continue to.
do have your 501c3?
Yes.
So that means basically anybody that donates
Okay.
can take it off the tax.
Absolutely.
All right, girls, we'll take this up and we'll see you next meeting.
Thank you for the work.
Thank you.
Hey, we may need a copy of that 503.
I can bring a copy into you tomorrow.
Okay.
We'd like to have a copy of it because
Um,
get a copy.
Mike. Here you go. Well, you go get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 copies. And we don't have that right now.
I'll bring a copy of it. Thank you.
The next thing you see on your agenda is,
Yes.
next thing you see on our agenda is the Warfield Fire Department. I want to try to do a synopsis of everything that's happened in the fire department and where this fiscal court stands and where the new fire chief and I think the new board of the fire department stand. Back in 2006, was it 6?
Yeah.
We purchased a new pumper truck for Warfield and Inez. And 12, 13, 8,
I think it was in 13.
and in 13, we purchased another truck for Inez and Warfield. Those trucks were presented to both departments free and clear. We used co-service and paid for them and they never wrote a penny on them. So we did this FAR fee, and some of the same people that are talking about us, this fiscal court here holding money up, is the same people that said, well, you all, are you just going to give this money to them without audit or anything? So we had done what in accounting world means is a compilation. And a compilation is basically looking at all the money brought in versus if it went out in a proper way. I met with 2 accountants that did it, me and Kings. I think Lynette, was you with me? Inez fire department, everything that come in went out in the proper way it should be. Turkeys, fire department, everything went in and went out as it was supposed to. When he got to Warfield's, he said, I could not do this. He said, there's just no way that any accountant can do this. And he said, my suggestion is you guys have turned over to take state police. We done it that day, I believe. We done that day. The guy actually come that day. So here we are in a situation that Warfield Fire Department's under investigation. Nothing to do with this fiscal court, nothing to do to Dougie and the new board. They're under investigation about who takes the police. Now, they had, not mentioned any names, but they went and borrowed money against the trucks that the fiscal court purchased for them. And they had liens against them. And not mention any figure, but it's a substantial figure, that we're in a situation that they come and repossessed everything that rolled over there and for non-payment. Well, the guy said that he issued a notice to the fire department 30 days ago. I never got no notice. Dougie never got no notice. And they showed up day before yesterday or yesterday?
Monday.
That's Monday.
Monday.
And, I was notified 10 minutes before they showed up that they was gonna be there, so.
So now this leasing company out of Chicago, Illinois has possession of the trucks that, you know, at this point in time, he's not willing to take any kind of payment plan. He told us straight up he wants some $1,000. Or he was gonna list the trucks and sell them. Now, you know, this fiscal court, you know, everybody points their fingers at us because they say we're holding the money up. Well, I guess we are, but we don't know who's involved in this. We voted to keep the doors open. We never seen a truck payment bill come through. We did see the one on the turnout gear. And I think we voted to pay part of that, to keep that guy off of us. So, as far as we're concerned, Dougie, us, nobody ever got notice when they just come pick up trucks, like he said, 10 minutes before time. 10 minutes before time is too late. So, you know, we're in investigation here, you know, and the selfish way out for the court would be say, change the ordinance, here's your money, we're done. That would be the simplest way for this court to do, and get these guys off of the scrutiny and everything. But as far as for the people and the new chief and the new board, for a temporary basis, is keep everything like it is and try to keep this thing going. I think Inez, anybody here from Inez? Inez took the truck over, and I think Kermit's going to have a board meeting to help you.
Yeah, well, right now I told them to keep the truck in Kermit because they're only a mile away from us. So
Yeah.
they'll roll a truck if we need it automatically, so.
We're also rolling one automatically.
Yeah, they're rolling a tanker truck. So we can't.
So we do have bar coverage in the Warfield area, but it's just not the bar coverage we want to have. So, you know, we're going to work through this, try to do the best we can, and hopefully in the really near future that we can turn all their dollars over to them. And we hope that's really soon. We hope this investigation, you know, ends up pretty quickly, but it's not looking like it's going to. So, you know, we're just kind of we want to pay your bills, Doug, and keep the doors open, the gasoline, the insurance, and everything we need to do, and now we need to concentrate on how we can come up with the truck for you.
Yeah.
You know, there's some synopsis out there that we can do. I think that we'll rely on your board to come to this fiscal court and say, we want to use this money for this. And I'm sure this court will be agreeable to whatever you guys want to do. Now, we can come to a happy medium on that and let's try to move forward from here and try to keep our ratings over there and try to work with you guys, and you all work with us. I think everything will be good. So, but I wanted to make that statement just because of all this social media has said some things that's not true at all. You know, it amazed me how somebody can say something on hearsay, but you know they can. But that's okay. If they want to deal that way, that's fine with them too. But Master Sloan, you want to say anything?
No, I just had a question for Don. I want everybody to understand, you did request all the information. You know, you're now the treasurer. You did request all the information from the previous treasurer when you took over, is that correct?
Yes, we have sent certified letters. We have sent certified letters to all parties asking that they return everything that belongs to the fire department, to the fire department. We do know that they received the letters. They did sign for the letters. But as of now, we've yet to receive anything from them. So we're in the dark too, so you know.
So what's the chances, Don, of y'all contacting this, I think it's called First Government Police, about getting all the documentations on how they got this money? I guess it'd be the loan application.
Doug has tried to talk.
I got several emails. He will not respond to me at all. He just says that I'm not involved in it, and he won't talk to me, period.
See, that's the problem we're running into. They're used to dealing with previous people, and now we've got all new people in place. And they don't even want to deal with us at all.
But we're willing to try to work something out with them, but we can't work nothing out with them because they won't let us know. I don't know, it just don't seem right to me. If they're wanting to work with us, it looked like to me they would supply us with the proper paperwork or something.
So we're kind of like you guys on this. We're completely in the dark right now. All we know is they showed up and took five of our vehicles. That's all we know at this point.
Is that something the county attorney could take care of? Could he request that information and get it?
We talked to the Commonwealth Attorney's Office today. We're also trying to get hold of the Attorney General's office to report it. Hopefully they will try to have some evidence by the investigation, and it is a criminal investigation.
Okay. Doug, I think your bills guys, I think they've been taken care of, the ones that we voted on.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all have another meeting, have more bills, we'll be having a couple more meetings, do our budget and everything, it'll start next week. So if you get some more, bring them in, and, I know it's hard for you bringing something you don't get.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, we do get the utility bills at our post office
But
box.
I was referring to the.
Oh, right, yeah. See, that's the problem. Some of the bills were going to our post office box, but some of them were going to another address on Hogue Road, so.
So I guess the only thing we can do is just have a board meeting and maybe try to get legal advice and step forward from there. Let you all know what's going on.
And we appreciate it.
Well, we'll let the public know what's going on as
Yeah.
well.
All right, guys. Next thing, Thomas Baldridge, who wants to ask the court about the name of the road.
Thank you guys for allowing me to speak today. Been in contact with Chris Harris over the past few months.
Yeah, he contacted me.
I've got a little thing here I'd like to read to you that my dad helped write. Read it. Andrew Jackson Baldridge was born in Johnson County, Kentucky in 1864. He grew up and lived at Tomahawk, Kentucky, where he met his wife, Sylvania Danes. They had 9 children, and AJ enjoyed a life as a farmer, a member of the Martin County Board of Education, and a rural registrar of vital statistics. In 1924, he was elected to the Kentucky General Assembly as a representative. He served 4 terms, from 1924 until 1930, and from 1932 to 1934. He is responsible for bringing the first paved road in Martin County. He helped to push the bill through to build the Kentucky Route 40 expansion from Painesville to Hines. His constituents referred to him as Uncle Andy, as he was beloved for his hard work and dedication to improve the county he lived in. He passed at the age of 73 in his home in Tomahawk on September 4th, 1938. I've been speaking with our current representative, Chris Harris, about getting a portion of Kentucky Route 40 or a bridge on the road dedicated to Andrew Jackson Baldridge. It is very important for Martin County to preserve its early heritage. Just asking, I've talked to Chris Harris, and he has asked that the court just give approval for the state to look at naming a bridge or portion of the road on Kentucky 40. After, it's my great-grandfather, my dad's grandfather. I have a picture here of him that it's been hanging in the law library at the annex courthouse. It's been there for years. We used to go and get it for our family reunion every year. Just
So you want, maybe like a bridge there in Tomahawk?
a bridge or a portion of the road. Chris Harris said that once he got an approval from, the court, that, this discussions would happen at the state level of what could be done. But he wanted the county's approval to do something. He wanted to get the county behind what he was going to do before he just acted.
And it's not a county road. ARS 179-330 sets out the procedure for a county road, so we don't have to worry about a petition or signature.
I'll make
So
that
we
motion.
have a resolution.
I
I'll make a
don't,
motion to drop the resolution to approve that.
And once it gets drawn up, just go ahead and approve it. Without reading. I'm sure Chris will have to have a resolution
Okay.
from us. And like I say, we're gonna be having several meetings over the next 3 weeks.
And we'll come there.
All right. I appreciate it.
Biz Rita appointment, that stands for Big Sandy Regional Industrial Development Authority. So, on this board, it's a regional board, we have 2 members on it. The Johnson County member stepped down, and the judge in the fiscal court over there has asked us to approve Kathy Walker as, to fill in Denny Dorton's unexpired term. And this has to go to all 5 counties, and all 5 counties, I'm sure we're at. Motion,
Motion. Second.
all in favor?
Yes.
Before we go into executive session, Matt, did you want to address the court on an issue?
It's just, about the garbage thing, we've been doing it for, 50-some days. And they just, people say it's not mandatory to pay it. And I thought they settled all that.
I'd like to commend you on the job you've done.
It is mandatory.
The contract that I got, it says it is.
Yeah, it's completely mandatory. Nobody is exempt from it. So you have people tell them that they're taking their, huh?
That they didn't have to pay it.
Okay.
It's, if they can figure out what to do with it, I guess it's up to them, but, if you all made it mandatory, I run when I'm supposed to, so.
Let's suggest you turn your list in. We had, I believe Mike Crum is the county's person over the solid waste. It's my understanding he was to write a letter, and that doesn't do any good. We were going to, correct me if I'm wrong, this court said they're getting 5%, they're going to try to hire an officer to go out and issue citations for people who fail to comply. Is that not correct, Jim?
I think the ordinance states that after 60 days, if they haven't paid, you would cut those customers off, turn that name in to solid waste coordinator, and then he would also contact the sheriff, someone.
I thought it was, she was going, I thought the state court was going to get an officer or someone hired to do that.
Just said, "There's part of that money to pay, or we don't know what's going to get you." Hire somebody, or
Yeah, we'll have to have code.
definitely, we will.
But get, turn your list in 60 days. Okay.
Are there anybody else here who want to address the garbage issue? Anything else to come before court before we go into executive session? Hearing nothing, motion to go into executive session on pending litigation. Is that all in favor? Yes. Motion to come out of executive session.
Motion.
just let the public know that we discussed two not pending lawsuits, actual lawsuits. The next thing you see,
No action.
this would have been, but I think me and Lynette worked this out earlier. That was when the school board come for the permanent easement and the temporary easement. We met with superintendent today, and I think that we're actually probably going to be looking at a deed, that 40-foot strip of property through there. That takes, Lynette advises that takes us off any liability. Well, it was 90, but now I think they've shortened it to 40. I'm not real sure on that.
It was 90. what
The
they-
90 was a temporary, the 40, I guess, is
I
what
thought 90 was permanent.
It was to the
The
bill.
bill on it.
County's
No,
right.
Yeah.
To-
But we think we worked that out, and that's why their engineers are not here.
We'll look at it when we get to the court.
Motion to cash transfer list and appropriation transfer list. Motion,
Second.
all in favor?
Yes.
Motion to pay bills.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Yes.
So no